Samsung has a lot riding on the Note 8, given the unfortunate disaster the superb but ill-fated Note 7 became for the company. I still tell people all the time that the Note 7 was one of my favorite smartphones of all time. And while I can't speak definitively on whether the Note 8 will suffer from the same overheating issues as the Note 7, it's clear Samsung is well aware of the impact a repeat disaster would have on the company. That's why this time around, the South Korean tech giant has put together an 8-point battery inspection system and enlisted the help of an outside agency to verify the quality of each device. That said, those hoping for a substantial revamp of the Note 7's design will likely be disappointed with the Note 8. Apart from its dual camera, which I actually found impressive, as well as a few other minor design differences, the Note 8 is very similar to the Note 7. The phone is a little more boxy than its predecessor, thanks to its unique aspect ratio and 6.3-inch 2960 by 1440 pixel resolution, giving the Note 8 a thin profile that's easy to hold with just one hand. Some people with smaller hands might have difficulty with this though. The great-looking Infinity display that isn't as bezel-less as Samsung's marketing material makes it out to be also makes a return in the Note 8 and looks just as good as it did in Samsung's previous flagship. The ample screen real estate makes multitasking easier with the Note 8, which is compounded by a new feature Samsung is calling App Pair that allows users to program 2 apps to launch simultaneously and save the setting in the phone's edge for quick access. If you had difficulties reaching the S8 and the S8 Plus's fingerprint sensor, you're going to hate the location of the Note 8 scanner. It sits beside the phone's dual camera, and reaching it is incredibly awkward. Just like the S8 though, the Note 8 features iris scanning and facial recognition, but still that fingerprint sensor location seems strange to me. Other specs include 6 gigs of RAM, a Qualcomm Snapdragon 835 processor, yes, even in Canada, 64 gigs of internal storage that's expandable via a micro SD card, and IP68 water resistance. Those adverse to adopting the dongle life will also be pleased to learn that the Note 8 features a standard 3.5mm headphone jack. This year, the Note 8's dual camera, a first for a Samsung smartphone, is the phablet's most notable feature. While I didn't spend a significant amount of time testing out the Note 8's pair of shooters, one is a telephoto 12-megapixel camera with an f2.4 aperture, and the other is a wide-angle 12-megapixel f1.7 camera, the fact that both shooters feature image stabilization is an interesting move on Samsung's part that could give it an advantage over competitors. Samsung also showed off an iPhone-like depth of field bokeh feature called Live Focus that allows users to either dial up or dial down the amount of depth of field in a photograph while shooting live as well as in post-production. On the S Pen stylus side of things, the Note 8 offers largely the same experience as the Note 7, though a new feature that allows users to write lists with the phone's always-on display is great and surprisingly useful. Samsung also added the ability to send what it calls live messages to users with the S Pen via the AGIF file format. All in, the Note 8 is an impressive smartphone, though beyond its dual camera, a first for a Samsung phone, and its faster processor, the phone's resemblance to the Note 7 is striking and to some extent a little disappointing. I'm Patrick O'Rourke from MobileSyrup. Thanks a lot for watching our hands-on impressions of the Note 8, and make sure you smash that subscribe button.